Alright folks, this is Pitching Ace Idiot. We're back playing Criminal Case on Facebook, case number 35 at the end of the rope, going on to chapter number 3. Sorry I didn't tell you before, Major Ace, but I know who was harassing your victim online. It was her so-called best friend, Penelope Rivera. Wait, what? But that doesn't make any sense. Why would her best friend treat her that way? That's up to her to tell you, I guess. When I saw the messages on Lisa's friend at Wallet, I set out to find who was bullying her. And when I got the name, I contacted Lisa to let her know. So Lisa knew that Penelope was the one sending her those messages. Ace, let's have Penelope brought to the station. We need to get to the bottom of this. Yeah, we do. Ace, we need to talk to Penelope, I know, but we also want to have another look at the artist's hideout. Who knows what else he's been keeping from us. Yeah, it's true. A lot of it's true. I really want to talk to this chick, though. We gotta get down to the bottom of this. Alright, I confess, I'm the one who sent those horrible friendnet messages to Lisa. I was stupid, okay? It was just that when we got to this big university and we'd always been together, and I got scared that she'd make new friends and forget about me. She was already getting chummy with that Tess girl. That was in our movie history class. They were always taking the subway together, and that girl's just plain weird, believe me. So anyway, I decided to make Lisa afraid of the other students. I drank 10 coffees in one evening just to make sure I was awake to post those messages in the dead of the night. Look, I know how horrible it makes me sound. I'm really not proud of what I did, but it worked. How could it have ever worked, Penelope? We know Lisa learned that you were her tormentor. Well, yes, she did. She was very angry. Very, very angry. But we talked about it. We put everything on the table and we decided to move this in the past and move on. I would never have harmed Lisa physically. Why would I ever hurt her when she forgave me for my biggest blunder? We got out of this closer than we'd ever been. Well, what kind of friend would put someone through hell to strengthen their friendship? I really don't understand kids these days. And you won't make me believe Lisa was all fine and dandy with this either. Oh, and I'm sure you noticed, but Penelope mentioned Luke's movie history class, which means she must have seen the Hangman murders too. Let's add this to her profile. Now what should we do next, Ace? Have another look at that subway station? Alright, let's go. Computer station. Subway station. Oh, unlocking everything for us now. Let's start looking for this stuff, man. What can I find here? Film? No. Locked laptop. Oh, that's easy. Okay, I see eraser, popcorn, USB stick, rose, pendant. 8 seconds, dang, that's pretty good. Especially for first time. We're lucky the artist didn't change hideouts before coming to see us. You're right, she even left one of her computers on. Let's see. Her email box is open. What's asking for a password? Do you think you're up to cracking a hacker's password, Ace? Consider that a challenge, and challenge accepted. Let's do the subway seats as well. Alright, what do we got here? Pet carrier, panties. Panties, pet carrier, bottle, traffic cone, cat, book right here. Uh-oh. I like Tess. She was flirting with me, though. I can see it if it was her. What's that book you found, Ace? Can I have a look? Psychology of Death. Sounds familiar, doesn't it? Look, there used to be something called something scratched on the inside of the cover. Let's find out what it is. Or what it was. Let's examine this laptop first. Let's crack this code. CC or CG? Nope. 0C. Yeah. Yeah, there we go. Nice. I can't believe you did it. You did it. You actually managed to crack a password on a hacker's computer. Wait, this isn't the artist's mailbox. This is Caroline Fitzgerald's, the woman in charge of the Anti-Bullying Association. So the artiste was also investigating Caroline's life. Was it linked to Lisa's problems? Ace, you're right. We better have a look. Better have Alex check out Caroline's emails. Yeah, because we can't. Oh my gosh. Ridiculous. Oh, 3 hours. It's not bad. What about this book? What are we gonna learn from this book? Oh, well, of course it was Tess. I knew that. I could have told you guys that. So the psychology book you found in Subway belongs to Tess. There's a single page marker in it. Let's see. Suicide by hanging, psychological roots and ramifications. What the? The title hasn't even been circled. Actually, that red circle looks strange. It's clearly not penciling. Maybe we should take a sample. Ace. It's actually really good. It could be lipstick. And honestly, of course, Tess is going to be able to look up the hangman stuff if she sees someone get done. So we'll see. Yeah, let's go. Ooh, nice. Perfect. The sample you collected should help Grace tell us exactly what was used to circle that title of the Suicide by Hanging chapter. And how long is it going to take, Grace? 12 hours. Sweet. Alright, so guys, I'll see you guys back in 12 hours. Grab a couple more stars. See you guys then. Later. Alright, and we're back. Let's finish off this email. So I've had a look at Caroline Fitzgerald's emails, and boy, did she ever send a lot of them to your victim. She kept writing to Lisa to ask her to participate in a conference about cyberbullying. At first she was very polite, but after a while she started trying to guilt trip the victim. Guilt trip? Telling her that she should be ashamed of not wanting to participate, that her experience could help other victims of bullying come forward, that she was being selfish. Wait, so the president of the Anti-Bullying Association was bullying the victim? I can't believe it. Ace, we need to talk to that woman again. Yeah, I knew that was going to happen. And by the way, that had a very little percentage that it moved up. This time you won't be able to pin this on my fiancé. The substance you collected from that book was lipstick. Lipstick? That's weird. Tess never wears any, and I can't see her putting makeup in one of her books either. Ace, let's go ask her about this, shall we? Yeah, there's definitely something going to be going on, and we're going to have to dig a little bit deeper here. How dare you accuse me of bullying this poor girl? I'll have you know I've been fighting that fight for years. I even created a FriendNet account to try and get close to my students and monitor what was happening online. Under no circumstances would I have ever bullied anyone. My mails were strictly professional. And if I expressed my disappointment, well, how else should I react? Lisa could have helped dozens, maybe hundreds of people by sharing her experience and showing them you had to step forward to stop the circle of abuse. But she wouldn't go through with it. She insisted on running from her responsibilities. Wow, running from her responsibilities. Shouldn't you have helped Lisa? She came to you for help, but you do not seem to have given her any, Mrs. Fitzgerald. Well, of course, I was here to help her. I did help her. The least she could have done was help me and the other victims in return. Wow, and what better example for your crusade than having a victim of bullying commit suicide, ain't that right? You are a preposterous little man. I am not ashamed of admitting that Lisa will be of more help dead, but to imply that I would take a student's life, you're ridiculous. I think it's her with her lipstick and everything. Hello again, Major Ace. I hope Caroline's emails were of help. We've been to your hideout then. Do you really think you could have gone into the room if I did not want you to? I don't believe in holding grudges. The important thing is what people achieve, and I know your reputation, Major Ace. You never let a crime unpunished. Plus, your tech guy is kind of cute. I thought I could drop by and see how he was doing. Now, I've got some new information for you, but we could talk somewhere else. I'd rather not stay here longer than strictly necessary. Interesting. The plot thickens. Talk to Tess. Oh great, you found my book. I lent it to Lisa 2 days ago. I was afraid I'd never get it back. Lisa told me she was thinking about dumping her movie history class. I told her she should try psychology. I also thought it might help her deal with those messages people kept leaving on her FriendNet page, you know? Were you the one who used lipstick on this page, Tess? I certainly did not. I'd never write in a book, especially not with lipstick. Could it have been Lisa? I don't see why she'd have done that. She never even wore makeup, and I can tell you, this wasn't there when I gave her the book. So where does this leave us, Ace? If Tess didn't use lipstick on the book, and if Lisa didn't use lipstick on the book, it must have been someone else. And considering the title was circled Suicide by Hanging, well, you're right, Ace. This could only be a message from Lisa's killer, which also means our killer wears lipstick. So this should shorten our suspects list a bit. Let's see, Penelope wears lipstick and Caroline too. And that's it, unless Luke's hiding something from us. Touche.
Look, I know you're angry, but hear me out. I think I found a video taken at the time Lisa was murdered. What? Wait, when? Where? How? What? The library, by using my wits just 10 minutes ago. The computers in the library all have independent webcams. Top quality, definitely more to spy on students than to allow them to video chat with China. I think one of them might have caught the killer on tape. I tried to retrieve it for you, but somebody came in and I had to hide. Why'd you have to hide? Well, you're really awfully curious, Mr. Jones. Anyway, the camera fell to the floor and I wasn't able to get it back. Hopefully it's still in the library. Aha, so that's going to be the final one. The final straw. Okay, so we got coiled rope, toilet sign, axe. I thought I pressed the axe. Crowbar, wrench, skateboard, bunch of keys, cat, broken device, soda cans up here, discounts here, umbrellas up here. Gosh darn it, why does everything in this town break like sugar? Well, we'll never be able to retrieve data from that smashed webcam. But you still want to give it a go, Ace? Well, I guess if anyone can repair this mess, it's you. Good luck. Let's see, 6 hours, 12 hours. After I make this, we'll see how long it is. Oh, wow. Okay, I don't know where any of that goes. This goes obviously here. Oh my gosh, there's the rest of it. Wow, I totally did that. Pretty webcam is, okay. Alright, it looks as good as new. That webcam was smashed to pieces, and now it looks as good as new. Well, no time to waste. Alex should be able to tell us exactly what this little spy recorded. How much time? 12 hours. Alright, man. I'll see you guys back here in 12 hours. Later. Alright, let's figure out the last piece of this puzzle. That library webcam is amazing, Ace. Hard to believe the university would invest money in such jewels, to be honest, but we're lucky they did. Now, as you probably know, webcams usually can only record data on a computer hard drive, but these babies have an integrated hard drive which allows them to be used on their own with no other device attached. Wow, and the webcam Ace retrieved from the library was on when Lisa was killed. Before you do your victory dance, Jones, the place was dark and the camera's focus was to the side. Not to mention Lisa's killer had their back to the camera. But there was a weird flash of light against Lisa's shirt when the attacker knocked her out. I couldn't make out where the light could have come from until I realized it was coming from the killer. Or more precisely, yeah, bouncing off the killer's glasses. So Lisa's killer wears glasses. Alex, I have to admit, that's pretty impressive. Let's write this down, Ace. So it's her friend. I would not have guessed that. Ace, I'm glad this investigation is almost over. To think Lisa's killer almost managed to make everyone believe she had committed suicide. But thanks to you, they won't get away with it. Come on, Ace, let's go arrest them. Interesting. Arrest the killer. It's gotta be her. Don't even need to check anything. She's wearing lipsticks and glasses. Wow. So much for being a best friend, I guess. How could you kill your best friend, Penelope? Wasn't bullying her online enough for you? Why did you want to see her destroyed so badly? Well, you understand nothing. Nothing. I never meant to harm Lisa. I told you. She was all I had. I only wanted her to be scared so that I could comfort her. Except it didn't work, did it? No, she didn't even talk about the messages with me. She just shut down. She spent all her time by herself or with that freak. So I went to see Tess, you know. She denied it, but I'm sure she was putting an idea into Lisa's head, turning her against me. That's exactly what I'd been wanting to avoid. Anyway, when Lisa finally asked me to come to the library, I was thrilled. I thought we could turn a new leaf, get closer than ever. But instead, someone had told her that I was the one harassing her online. She was furious with me, and she said she hated me. She kept shouting that I was a monster, a controlling freak, that I would end up alone and bitter, and I just wanted her to shut up, you know. Next thing I knew, she was on the floor unconscious. I think I must have pushed her, and then I saw the rope under the desk. I didn't know how it got there, but suddenly I knew what I had to do. Wait, what you had to do? Yes, it was like everything suddenly clicked together and showed me the solution. You know, like in those movies. Lisa's friend status, the movie that we watched in class. When I searched Lisa's bag to find some paper, there was a book about death. When I saw the chapter about hanging, it almost felt like a sign. I'm sure Lisa's better now. Anyway, wherever she is, I'm the one left stuck here after all. Wow, Penelope Rivera, you're under the arrest for the murder of Lisa Edwards. Whatever you say, canon will be used against a court of law. You may. Miss Rivera, you are brought here before this court for the murder of Lisa Edwards. Is there anything you would like to tell this court before we hand out our verdict? I just like to say that Lisa was the best friend I ever had. I'm sorry that I did this, but she was my best friend. And how cruelly you rewarded her for the trust she had put in you, if I may say so. You hurt her with words, and when words were not enough, you coldly took her life. But it seemed right. Right then, it seemed like the only thing I could do. Well, let's hope your stay behind bars will give you enough time to figure out why you should not have felt so then. Should be 20 years? Oh, only 10. Parole? Okay, Penelope Rivera for the murder of Lisa Edwards and willful attempt at deceiving the police forces. This court hereby sentences you to 10 years in jail with the chance of parole in 6 years. Court is adjourned. Well, Ace, I don't know what is worse. The fact that the young woman died, that her killer was her best friend, or that said friend doesn't even seem to know why she killed Lisa. Well, to think I thought working in the university district would be all parties and fun. Thank goodness you're here, Ace. There's nothing quite as bad as when you're around. Ah, that's so nice of you, Jones. Well, anyways, guys, that's going to wrap up Chapter 3. Stay tuned for the additional investigation. I'll see you guys all later. This has been Pitching Ace 88. Over and out.